This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard, watching the grunion crawl magi. Little kids got naked and had lots of sex. Don't even waste your time.
Hello everyone and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 50. My name is Adam. Today I'm joined by Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing good.
And we're also joined by Ryan. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
What movie did we have you watch this week, Ryan?
End of Days.
End of Days. This comes courtesy of Leo from Willimantic, Connecticut. Thank you for your suggestion. We had you watch End of Days. This came out in 1999, directed by Peter Hyams, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gabriel Byrne, Robin Tunney,
Kevin Pollak,
yeah.
And Udo Kier, of course.
Udo Kier, of course.
Why not?
Here's the synopsis. At the end of the century, Satan visits New York in search of a bride. It's up to an ex-cop who now runs an elite security outfit to stop him. We have the trailer here, so let's give this a quick listen. This is End of Days.
December 31st, 1999. The end of a century. The end of a millennium. The beginning of the end.
He's coming for you, Christine. Can you see him?
Who are you? How do you know my name?
He's gonna find you, Christine.
All right, Ryan. Why don't you give us a rundown? What's this all about?
Why did I start off by saying that I have this guy that suggests that it doesn't want me to rate this movie good because I'm not at all. I absolutely hated this movie.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
I'm not bullshitting you, Arnold. I hate your face. And also, in the first scene of the movie that Arnold's in, he has a gun to his head because he's a drunken ex-cop and he's thinking about killing himself. And it kind of made me wish that he would have actually killed himself.
So you wish that this was just a short film about Arnold Schwarzenegger's character committing suicide.
I wish this was a no film. I wish Arnold Schwarzenegger was a no person.
So what happens? What happens in this movie? I've seen this movie, so I know.
I saw this movie a long time ago. I don't remember much from it, except that it was awful.
Well, it got an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, so we have that. It has that
Razzies.
going for it.
It's got Razzies, too?
It does, yeah. Does have some Razzies. This was, I think Arnold was nominated for Worst Actor.
And Stigmata.
Yep.
So, Ryan, when Gabriel Byrne showed up in this movie, did you again go Stigmata?
Yes, in my head, yes.
Well, it's not as funny if it's in your head. I want you to say it out loud.
But I was probably
Towards the TV screen.
No, I was here to hear me say it.
It doesn't matter. That's what makes it better.
Alright.
This did come out the same year as Stigmata, and it does have the same kind of feel.
Yeah, when I was first watching it, I got that feeling that it was sort of like Stigmata.
Well, it's odd, because in Stigmata, isn't he like a priest? So he does like the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Gabriel Byrne was trying to show his range.
All I remember bits and pieces of this movie, but I remember the scene when Gabriel Byrne first shows up and he goes into the diner and he just grabs that girl's boob.
Yeah.
He just out of nowhere, he just pulls out a girl's boob in the middle of the diner.
There's a lot of unnecessary... I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of naked women, but there's a lot of unnecessary...
I have the utmost respect for women.
Arnold,
I have the utmost respect for women.
Shut the fuck up, Arnold.
Fuck you.
So Arnold plays a cop.
Yes.
And he is investigating what? Is murder? Or what?
He's investigating. Well, he's sort of
Ex-cop. He's an ex-cop.
He's an ex-cop, and he's sort of like a bodyguard of sorts. And he's hired by Gabriel Byrne to protect him from assassination. From what you later learn is I forget their exact name, but they're basically the priests trying to right all the wrongs. Because apparently if Gabriel Byrne fucks this girl, the whole world ends. Which, to me, that's ridiculous, starting off. But,
bullshit.
You're bullshit, Arnold. So he protects this guy as he's being shot, and Arnold takes 2 bullets to the chest, and he has a bulletproof vest on. Again, I wish he did not. I wish he died. After that, him and Mr. Pollock go to investigate an underground lair, and as they're investigating, they see weird shit written all over the walls. Finally figure out that there's a 21, or I think she's 21, 20 maybe, year old girl, and apparently Satan's trying to bang her, and that's gonna make the world end, like I said. And it's just basically Arnold and Mr. Pollock protecting this girl who they don't know, and they're protecting her from Gabriel Byrne, and it's just their waking ins and outs while they're protecting her, and then the movie goes on, and can I spoil the ending? Because again,
I think it's fine.
No one should ever watch this.
Why not?
At the end, they go to church, and it's actually set on fire because Gabriel Byrne is possessed by the devil, and Gabriel Byrne dies, and the devil comes out of him, tries to go into Arnold Schwarzenegger's body, and Arnold Schwarzenegger realizes that.
You want to fuck with me?
And then jumps on a sword and finally kills himself, which is the big, at least for me, that was the big payoff.
The big payoff was Arnold killing himself.
Yes.
Wow, you just made that sound like the most boring movie ever made.
I'm sorry, but it was.
Oh my God.
It was like 2 hours long, and I legitimately want that 2 hours back of my life. Every week you guys give me movies, and I think they can't possibly get worse. Yet they do all the time.
Oh, just wait till next week, buddy.
And, I mean, the acting in this was terrible. And when Mastodon and they acted, it was like scene by scene, shot by shot, it was put together. But they didn't, it seemed like they didn't shoot the whole scene together. They just shot bits and pieces and then put it together.
And some bad editing.
The scripting is also awful. They were a lot of season ones by a lot of different people.
Fuck you, asshole.
Blow it out your ass, Arnold.
I also seem to remember a lot of CG in this movie. I remember that this came out right when CG was starting to be heavily used in movies, and this was loaded with CG.
Most of it didn't look absolutely ridiculous. I mean, didn't look good by any stretch, but it didn't look absolutely terrible.
Did Arnold punch the devil in the face?
No, but wait.
See, that would have been the payoff for me.
He did. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
He first tried to shoot Gabriel Byrne like 3 times, and he watched Gabriel Byrne heal himself. So at the end of the movie, what does he do? He gets a fucking armory and gets like data rounds and a machine gun and a grenade launcher. Even though it's already been shown that bullets or anything of the sort won't hurt the devil.
He's thinking if he supersizes it, then it'll work.
Yeah, if you blow him to bits.
It's gotta work.
I always sure know put him in blending bins.
No, but I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
Why didn't he just do that? Did he try that method?
No, he did not.
See, I think that would have worked.
Yeah, I think if you get punched in the stomach and have
breaks your easily.
And I also need to add that his name, Arnold's name in this movie is Jericho.
Jericho?
Jericho. Whatever happened to that name? Just doesn't seem as popular as it used to be.
His name is Jericho Kane.
Jericho did in real life.
Wow. This movie sounds incredible. I'm going to have to rewatch this. It's been a long time. I remember that this is like at the height of Arnold's fame, I think. This is when he was like big time. He was in everything that was coming out.
And then he did, what most people do with all that fame. He became a politician. Your standard career trajectory right there. That's how everyone does it.
Kevin Pollock's name is Bobby Chicago.
Oh, Bobby yeah.
Chicago.
I'm guessing, I haven't seen this, like I said, in a long time, but I'm guessing this was, during the 90s and everything, where they always had to have the comedic sidekick.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Just for a little levity. So I'm guessing that's Pollock's job in this film.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that he was like the intel guy. He was like the guy in the van.
Oh, Bobby Chicago.
And I remember that he dies, but then he doesn't die. Like you think that he's dead, and then he comes back.
And he dies again.
And he dies again. Yeah.
Satan reincarnates him, and he becomes an asshole. Even though he was an asshole at the beginning of the movie.
He's like, he's like Tom Arnold's character in True Lies.
Yeah,
That's pretty much exactly what he is. Let's talk about the director, Peter Hyams. This guy, while he might not be a household name, he has directed some classics. Okay, we're talking Outland with Sean Connery. We're talking 2010. The Year We Make Contact. We're talking Time Cop.
Time Cop.
That's what I'm
talking about.
The Van Damme classic, Time Cop. I remember when I was young, I thought that Time Cop was the coolest movie ever. I loved it. That came out when I was 10. And I remember the scene in Time Cop, the opening scene where it was like a stagecoach that was like filled with gold back in the 1800s or whatever, and this dude walks up and he's got like these crazy space age guns.
The movie's probably absolutely terrible now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
The other Van Damme classic, Sudden Death.
Yep, Sudden Death.
Oh, shit.
He also directed The Relic. I remember The Relic being pretty awful. And The Musketeer, which I also remember being awful.
Wow. The Relic sounds amazing.
Yeah, dude.
A homicide detective and an anthropologist try to destroy a South American lizard-like god who's on a people-eating rampage in a Chicago museum. A people-eating rampage.
I remember The Relic came out, I think, right around the same time as, I think it was called Mimic. Was that the Ben Affleck one? I remember there was like a bunch of these types of movies that came out all around the same time.
Yeah. Oh man. Mimic. I forgot about that movie. Mira Sorvino. What happened to her?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin before he had a resurgence in his career. I was thinking about that when I was watching Gangster Squad. Like, Josh Brolin fell off the face of the earth for a while, and then he came back big time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Old Country that brought him back.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I know he was in Grindhouse as well, but I think that was after Old Country.
Yeah, those two. That's what brought him back.
Now, Ryan, are you a big fan of Arnold, or do you like him at all?
Predator was cool.
Oh yeah.
But aside from that, no, not really.
I don't know why, but I always have a soft spot for Arnold. He's not a good actor, but for some reason I like the dude. I like a lot of his movies. I'll be honest. I like
Well, and that's he's a fucking terrible actor.
Yeah, I don't think you should. I don't think saying he's not a good actor. I don't think that completely encompasses how terrible he is. He's an awful actor.
Well,
he is one of the worst ever.
If you've seen Expendables 2, if you thought he was bad before, just wait. Just wait. Because he's definitely off his game. Or at least he was in Expendables 2. I don't think he's the worst actor I've ever seen or anything. He's not good, but I think he's had moments of, genuine acting ability. I like Total Recall a lot still. I stand by that as being a good movie. Terminator 2. But see, I think he gets somewhat of a pass with Terminator because he's a robot. So...
Well, that's the only... That's the only way they could make it work.
He could just act normally, like how he does in every movie,
exactly.
And it works because he's a robot.
I think they were trying to do it normally, and then they're like, he's terrible. Someone was just like, well, what about if we made him a robot? And they're like, perfect, solved it. Let's go.
Was that James Cameron's reasoning?
Yep.
We're going to have this guy.
That's why he makes that money.
Yeah, he is a genius. Cameron is a genius. So, is this your least favorite Arnold movie, Ryan? What's your favorite?
I haven't seen Predator.
Predator's the favorite.
Yeah.
Least favorite?
I thought you said you liked Predator.
Probably this.
This is your least favorite?
Yeah.
We're jumping back and forth here. I'm confused.
No, Ryan, he said that Predator was his favorite, and I said least favorite. Like, what's your least favorite?
Gotcha.
My least favorite, Twins? No, Junior?
They're both pretty terrible.
Kindergarten Cop?
Nah, I love Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, that makes me laugh.
I love Kindergarten Cop.
I thought your favorite was Jingle All the Way, Ryan.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know if I can admit to that.
Yeah, you can. That's what you want to say.
Yeah. Stop whining.
I'm standing by. It's a good man.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, about it.
I think Predator's still my favorite too. Or Terminator 2. I still like Terminator 2 a lot. And what was there was another one that I liked a lot that was one of his later ones.
Carpool.
Carpool.
Human see? Carpool?
No, that was Tom.
What the hell are you talking about?
I haven't seen this movie for a long time.
Collateral Damage, maybe?
No, I didn't like that one at all.
That was terrible.
I hated that one.
The Sixth Day.
That's the one I liked. Yeah, I liked that one. Thought that was cool. But Eraser was not very good.
Yeah, he always has that comedic sidekick. Sixth Day was Michael Rappaport.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You gotta have that.
I think
'Cause
collateral damage. John Leguizamo is collateral damage.
That's what works. That's the formula that works because you have Arnold, this like big, imposing, tough guy, and then you have this little spunky sidekick.
Yeah, like Danny DeVito and Jr.
Yeah. Or no, that was twins. Yeah.
No, he was in Junior too.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, that's when Arnold Schwarzenegger is pregnant.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't remember Danny DeVito being in it.
Yeah, Danny DeVito is in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ryan, are you excited for Triplets?
I don't even know what that is, but probably not.
It's the sequel to Twins, dude, with Schwarzenegger and DeVito and Eddie Murphy. The third brother.
Okay, now this raises a question. How can you have two Caucasian brothers and a third triplet that is not Caucasian at all?
Why not?
Not only that, but you have one of them has an Austrian accent.
Yeah.
Oh, and they can. Boy, they're twins.
Don't be ridiculous.
One's huge and one's really.
That's the comedy. That's what makes it comedy gold.
They still want to shoot me. So.
What doesn't?
Any final thoughts on End of Days before we give you your drum roll?
I'm sorry, but yeah, again, I hated this. This is probably not. It's not probably. It's not worth 2 hours to watch this. It's fucking. Go on Wikipedia, read the plot synopsis. It takes 5 minutes. And
Call it a day.
Move on with your life.
I wouldn't apologize, Ryan.
Well, I'm the guy that suggested I watch this in case he wanted me to like it.
I don't know if he wanted
to not like it.
I have a feeling that he didn't want you to like it. I think he wanted to find out how much you hated it.
No, I hate no.
Okay. All right, Ryan. What do you give End of Days?
3.
Oh.
3 out of 10? Yeah. You know, compared to what we give you normally.
But it wasn't like 1 and 2 and half stars like Catwoman. Theirs are for really shitty movies, like really, really shitty movies. This movie, I don't know. It was really shitty, but it wasn't as shitty as that.
Okay. I'll give you that. I mean, I remember, I saw this in the theater. I know that I saw it in the theater, but I don't remember. I probably did like it. And I'm sure that I would absolutely hate it now. But when...
I'm sorry.
Or like it more.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I would like it even more. Maybe it would end up like on my top 100 list.
Maybe. 10 out of 10.
Punch in the face.
Oh man, how crazy would it be if we did a 10 out of 10 episode and you pick something?
Yeah, I started off with like Rashomon or something.
Yeah. And then
my
I'm
10 out of 10 is End of Days.
End of Days, the 1999 Arnold Schwarzenegger classic.
I think I would just say bullshit, like knock over my microphone, rip off my headphones, and just walk outside and smoke a cigarette, and never get back on the computer.
Fuck you.
I would probably just take my mic arm and bash my wall with it until the mic broke.
Yeah, I mean, this is not such a good movie. I did want to quickly mention that it did not win for worst actor.
Oh, who won?
Adam Sandler.
Always.
For Big Daddy.
They should just call that the Sandler Awards.
Well, pretty much. If Sandler or Eddie Murphy is in a movie that year,
they get it.
They won.
Do you think at some point in time the Razzies are going to come up with like the Sandler like Lifetime Achievement Award?
Oh, yeah. I feel like they've done something like that before, and it was like Eddie Murphy or something.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Oh, they had Worst Actor of the Century.
Yes.
And it was Sylvester Stallone for 99.5% of everything he has ever done. And the nominees were Kevin Costner, Prince, William Shatner, and Pauly Shore.
Wow. That's a solid list right there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't until later that Eddie Murphy and Adam Sandler really started putting out the crap.
Oh, yeah.
This was awarded in 2000, obviously.
Yeah, they cranked it up.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guess before we end off, Ryan, have you seen trailers for The Last Stand? Are you excited for that?
I've seen trailers, and no, I'm not excited at all.
We talked about this briefly on Monday. The only thing that has me even remotely excited for it is the director. It's the same guy that did I Saw the Devil, so that has me kind of intrigued, but again, like we said, not...
Sitting through an hour and a half for 2 hours for Arnold, that sucks. Anybody's listening.
All right, well, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. For all the latest film news and reviews, visit us at filmpulse.net. We want to hear your feedback. Send us an email at feedback@filmpulse.net or call our voicemail line at 850-391-6071. Also, please take a minute to rate us on iTunes. We appreciate that very much. For filmpulse.net, my name is Adam.
And I'm Kevin.
And we will see you on Monday.
See you later.
Rebels in the whiteness. My world is so small inside our cozy walls, so warm and so threatened by the end of days. The time will surely come when all is blown undone. I will still be with you.
It sounded like he was like,
I had my head down away from one leg.
Game over.